Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's so good to see you all today. Now I know the topic we're diving into today is one that sparks a lot of curiosity, a lot of debate, and frankly, a lot of hope for many of us. We're talking about the law of attraction. You've probably heard the phrase like, attracts like, or you attract what you focus on. At its core, the law of attraction suggests that our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create our reality. It's the idea that by focusing on positive or negative thoughts, we can bring about positive or negative experiences into our lives. Sounds pretty amazing, right? Almost magical. For centuries, this concept has been explored in various spiritual traditions and philosophical teachings. Think about ancient wisdom or even positive thinking movements throughout history. It's deeply ingrained in many belief systems. But here's the burning question that often comes up. Is it just a spiritual concept, or is there actual scientific backing to some of its claims? And this is where it gets really interesting, because while the law of attraction isn't a scientific law in the same way gravity is, many modern scientific discoveries offer fascinating parallels and explanations for why it might seem to work for so many people. Let's start with our brains, our incredible brains. You see, our thoughts aren't just fleeting wisps, they're electrical impulses. When you're intensely focused, visualizing something or feeling a strong emotion, your brain is literally firing in specific ways. This generates electromagnetic fields, and these aren't just internal phenomena. Consider the reticular activating system, or the RAS. This is a fascinating part of our brain located in the brainstem. Think of it as your brain's ultimate filter. It helps you sift through the endless amount of information bombarding your senses every second and brings to your conscious attention what it deems important. So, if you're constantly thinking about opportunities, noticing solutions, or focusing on what you want, your RAS essentially gets programmed to seek out and recognize those very things in your environment. It's why when you're thinking about buying a new car, you suddenly start seeing that specific model everywhere. It's not that there are more of them, your RAS is just making you aware of them. And then there's the incredible concept of neuroplasticity. For a long time, scientists believed our brains were pretty much fixed after childhood. But we now know that's absolutely not true. Our brains are constantly changing and adapting throughout our lives, forming new neural connections and strengthening existing ones based on our experiences, thoughts, and emotions. When you consistently practice visualization, affirmations, or gratitude, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're creating stronger neural pathways associated with those positive thoughts and feelings. This makes it easier for your brain to operate in a more optimistic and proactive state, which in turn influences your actions and how you perceive the world around you. Now let's venture into a slightly more abstract and often debated area: quantum physics. Some proponents of the law of attraction point to concepts like the observer effect in quantum mechanics as potential scientific backing. In quantum physics, the observer effect suggests that the act of observing a quantum particle can influence its behavior. For example, light can behave as both a particle and a wave, but it chooses one or the other depending on whether it's being observed. Important disclaimer here. While intriguing, it's crucial to understand that directly equating the observer effect in the quantum realm to manifesting desires in our macroscopic world is a huge leap and is not supported by mainstream scientific consensus. Quantum mechanics operates on scales far, far smaller than our everyday reality, and its principles don't directly translate to our macroscopic world in a way that suggests our thoughts can instantly change external events. It's more of a philosophical bridge that some people try to build rather than a direct scientific one. However, there's another fascinating phenomenon that does showcase the incredible power of belief: the placebo effect. This is a well-documented medical phenomenon where a patient experiences a real therapeutic effect from an inert substance or treatment simply because they believe it will help them. Numerous studies have shown that the placebo effect can lead to measurable physiological changes, from pain reduction to improved immune function. This powerfully demonstrates how our beliefs and expectations can directly influence our physical reality. It's not magic, it's the mind-body connection in action. So, what does all this mean for us? While we're not saying you can simply wish for $1 million and it will magically appear in your bank account, Understanding these scientific principles provides a much more grounded and actionable approach to the law of attraction. It's about harnessing the power of your mind, not just for wishful thinking, but for strategic action, clarity of intent. When your RAS is clear on what you're focusing on, it helps you identify opportunities. Positive mindset. Neuroplasticity allows you to train your brain to be more resilient and proactive. Taking inspired action. This is crucial. The law of attraction isn't about sitting back and waiting. It's about aligning your thoughts and feelings with your goals, and then taking consistent, inspired action when opportunities arise. Resilience and adaptability. When you've cultivated a positive mindset through consistent mental practices, you're better equipped to handle challenges and adapt to new situations. So, to summarize the law of attraction, when viewed through a scientific lens, isn't about some mystical force pulling things to you from the universe. It's about how your internal world, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions profoundly influences your perception, your actions, and ultimately, the opportunities you recognize and create. It's about understanding the incredible power of your own mind and directing that power towards your goals. It's about cultivating a mindset that allows you to see possibilities, take consistent action, and build the life you truly desire. What are your experiences with the law of attraction? Do you find these scientific explanations helpful? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your perspectives. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.